we've introduced the Manchester Storm. Brought you top quality scale.
Scores! Lindsay! Gives it to Smith. Smith, nice move. Smith gets it out front. This is good hockey right in front.
And shown you behind the scenes.
These two guys off that last goal should have never happened. For the first time standing in front with 3 guys, they looked at him.
This afternoon we've got a massive playoff clash. The Storm against Super League champions, the Cardiff Devils, here at the 9X Arena in Manchester. We also hit the streets with the Stars of Tomorrow, and we have access to the inner sanctum with the Stars of Today.
Well, obviously a little disappointed with the way things have gone so far in the playoffs. But tonight we're just playing for pride and for our jobs as well. You never know what's going to happen in the future of the team, so hopefully, we can be a part of it. We're just do our best tonight.
We're going to play for pride. There's a lot of character in this dressing room. We're also going to play for the fans to give them a little treat. Also, it may be the last time some of us play in a beautiful facility like this. So it's pride, play for ourselves, and also try and thank the fans for what they've done all year.
Here's 2 guys who can tell us all about pre-match tension. Our commentators, Paul Ferguson and Richard Beaupre. Now tell us, guys, do you still get nervous before a game?
Do we get nervous, Bear? No, only professionals get nervous. Bopes, let's talk about playoff hockey. The Manchester Storm are not doing well at all, are they?
No, they aren't. 4 games played, and they're yet to come up with a win.
Let's take a look at the table right now. This is how it stands.
Cardiff, 4 games played, 4 wins. They're flying high at the top. They're secure of a place in Manchester for the final round of hockey. The real battle is for second place. Newcastle and Ayr, 4 games played. They each have 2 wins and 2 losses. And as we said, Manchester at the bottom, looking for their first victory.
They've still to win a game, having gone down twice to Newcastle, once to Ayr, and they also lost in Cardiff. Last time the Devils were here in Manchester in a regular league game, they ran out 5-2 winners. So tonight the Storm are playing for personal pride and possibly for contracts for next year.
Absolutely, they're all professional players. This is a great place to play hockey, and I'm sure a lot of these guys would like to come back and play in Manchester again next season.
And of course the Cardiff Devils want to keep the winning streak going.
They've got a great group of supporters, and they're not in it to lose any games, that's for sure.
We're both looking forward to this one.
Time to settle back for the big one, the Manchester Storm against the Cardiff Devils. And to guide us through it, our commentators Paul and Richie.
The referee for this playoff match is Andy Carson. Murray and Stevenson are working the lines, and the Storm are playing from right to left. Turner brings it up for Manchester. Rubachuk, shot right on Caprice. He gets his first touch of rubber. Morin has got Woodcroft in the corner and tries to float it in. Uchuk, Thornton out front. Michulik unable to hang on to that, and he brings his man down. It's going to be the first penalty of the game coming up. Michulik goes right to the penalty box with a handful of seconds gone on the first period.
Woodcroft did the sensible thing. He just kept his legs going. He had the puck. It was a breakdown in the play in the neutral ice area. Matulik got the stick in just enough to bring Woodcroft down. The referee right on top of the play. First power play opportunity will go to the Manchester Storm.
Bopes, the Devils have already captured a place in the next round, but they're still here to play hockey. When we were in the dressing room before the game, we saw Moria, who was injured the last time out here, with that right leg all taped up, but he's still playing in a game that most people say means nothing to the Devils, but they think it's quite important.
Well, it does, because they've got one more game to play. That is tonight. They're going to have a little bit of a layoff, a longer layoff than the other teams that are going to meet with them in Manchester for the semi-final round. So they want to make sure that everybody stays fit, and they don't have this complacency or a bit of time off where the guys aren't going to be game ready.
John Lawless, the coach of the Manchester Storm, he can't be happy with his team's performance, but the first year of the Super League, and he's got a lot to learn, and the team has got a lot to learn. 4 minutes and 35 seconds gone on the first period. Still no score in this hockey game. It's all been one-way traffic, but don't let that fool you. The Devils have one of the most explosive attacks in the Super League.
You can see just in the playoff scoring alone, the Devils have got a player with 7 points. That's Ian Cooper. McEwen with 6. They've got 3 guys with 5 points. Moria, McCarthy, and Sacratini. The problem for the Storm is that they haven't been able to put the puck in the net. And this is the time of year when you really have to score. Rubachuk's the leading scorer with 2 goals. Sebastian with 2 assists. That says it all for Manchester.
It's nice when you can look down the scoring table and see 6 or 7 of your own players. They're not relying on one guy like in the old days.
Absolutely not. You could have gone down the list further. They've got 4 guys on the Cardiff team with 3 points, and Thornton has 4 points.
Zawisza from Latta. Zawisza breaking in. Goaltender down. The rebound by Poole. Somehow missed the net. Goaltender was sprawling in the crease. Cooper took it over. McEwen tries to get a handle on it. McEwen will beat Sebastian to the puck behind the net, but Sebastian got back in there. Now Cooper gathers that. Couple of Coopers going toe-to-toe. Stephen and Ian, brothers who played together at Durham and then at Cardiff, have now separated. And it must be difficult to line up your own brother and perhaps put him in the boards.
Well, you love your brother, there's no question about that, but you certainly don't want to give an inch to him, and these guys play with a lot of pride. They'll bump and grind as much as they have to.
Smith got it up, and the Storm throwing that away with Evans getting it over on the wing. Shot comes in off the side of the net from Machulek. Thornton couldn't slow that down. And now it's the turn of the Devils to apply a little pressure and control the play. Hope unable to grab that before it went over the blue line. Hope back with Evans being shadowed there by Smith. Number 12 is Ken Hodge. Goes in to help out. Machulek hands that off to Evans. Machulek controlling that, but then losing his balance. You're going to see some quick changes out there as both these teams want to get on as many players as many times during this game as they can.
You're going to see a wide open hockey game throughout. Both teams are going to get a lot of players on, like you said, Paul, and they're just going to get a great skate out of this and go end to end.
Great rink in which to play hockey. Hodge threw it over to an open wing, and the Storm now. Chance from Smith. Smith, nice pass up the middle. A 3-on-3 situation. Morin with the little tip. Sebastian fed it over. Morin was there but couldn't hit the cage. Calder over to Sebastian, who gives it away to Noble. Noble taps it up to McCarthy. This is good stuff. Coming in is Sacratini. I think on his own admission, John Wallace, if he had to do this again, would come up with a stronger squad. As you said, he's got a good one, but he underestimated the talent that teams like Sheffield and Cardiff would bring to the table.
I think also John, having been the original mentor at Cardiff, would be the first one to compliment the Cardiff team as they just keep going year to year with more and more strength. They play as real professionals, and they're at the top of this league, and they won the Premier League in the past a number of times. So the Cardiff supporters just enjoy good hockey year after year.
Morin slows it down, gives it to Woodcroft, tries to get it out front. That didn't happen. And back come the Devils. Sacratini working his way down against Cooper. Cooper flattens Sacratini, and that comes all the way out to Noble. His shot is wide of the target. Uchuk chops at that. And McCarthy is dumped in the corner. So Manchester is starting to get a little physical out there. Big Mike Ware gets it out for Uchuk. Uchuk throws it to the far side of the rink. Less than 5 minutes remaining on this first period. Noble, he's got a big shot, hits the top of the circle and flips it in and goes for a change. Lindsay, long pass up on the wing. Zawisza couldn't trap it. Ware, that's Greg Ware. Cooper. Cooper hits the red, fires it in. McEwen on the far side of the rink. Tries to find Cooper out front, deflected away by Poole. Shot comes in, just deflects wide. Ware got a piece of that, not a lot of steam on it, but you really don't need to hit it hard when you got a deflection. Poole on his own. Penalty coming up, another one against Cardiff. Hooking is the call with 4 minutes and 17 seconds left on the period.
Poole had his legs going. It was very similar to the hook earlier that Matulik pulled off on Woodcroft. Once the legs are going, if the player's progress is impeded at all, normally the referee will give that hooking call.
Lindsay, Woodcroft, back to Lindsay. Lindsay trying to find Woodcroft. That didn't work. It squirts out over the blue line. 1 minute, 9 seconds remaining on the power play. Woodcroft on the left wing. Long shot into the far corner. Morin races in after it. Quick clearance all the way down the ice. 55 seconds now on the power play. Long pass up to the red line. Poole with a burst of speed. Noble tried to slow him down as that went in behind the net. Now Manchester setting it up in deep. Morin couldn't hang on to it. The second attempt, he gets it and gives it to Rubachuk. Pair of 41 square off. This could be interesting. Sebastian, the shot, rebound is there. Whoa, Caprice came up big.
That's twice. Poole has had great opportunities. The first time he shot it wide, this time Caprice with a great save off Nick Poole's shot.
Rubachuk had a little more time than he thought, and he fanned on that spin around shot. Rubachuk, Poole is there. Ware goes after him. All the way back to Sebastian. Little tip in front. Rubachuk is there, but so is Caprice.
Again, Frank Caprice showing great reflexes up and down and really following the play closely. Sebastian had the right idea. He shot the puck from the blue line, kept it hard, low. Rubachuk camped out in front with a lot of strength, just deflected it, but Caprice was right there.
Smith against Sacratini in the face-off circle. Cooper pushes that off the boards, gets it out to neutralized territory. Hope looks for McCarthy and finds him. McCarthy, long pass, intending that for Uchuk. Sebastian collects that along the boards. Pass up nicely to Smith. Martin Smith. Latta unable to control it. Pope gave that away. Pair of Smiths on the far side. Martin and David. Caprice bangs that off the plexi. Cooper goes in, McCarthy goes in. Sacratini with a 2-on-1 situation. Uchuk right out front. Uchuk! First goal of the game with 1:16 left on the clock. Cardiff are on the scoreboard.
Excellent 2-on-1 opportunity for the Devils, and they certainly made the most of it. Sacratini all the way down the left side with his head up all the way. You could see what was coming. Uchuk did an excellent job of getting himself into a good position. He worked hard to come up the middle of the ice. The feed was there. Onto the stick of Uchuk. He wasted no time at all putting it upstairs over John Finney.
Cardiff now with a high flip through, grabbed by Lindsay. Gives it to Calder, who tried to set Rubachuk and Morin free. Right in front. Rubachuk. Woodcroft. Goaltender down. There really wasn't a shot on goal. Long pass out now. Moria. Cooper. Cooper tries to feed it through. Calder stays with him. Cardiff now applying pressure. Shot from Moria. Got a nice pass from Ian Cooper. Morin on the far side. Gets it away from Evans, and that comes out with Hope slowing it down. 28 seconds left on the period. Strong finish here from Cardiff as the Storm just shoot it away. Calder again tips it up through neutralized territory. McEwen bounces it off the boards for Moria. Moria starts up quickly, passes it up on the wing, and that's floated in, so McEwen taps it up. Cooper is there, gets it right out front, a chance, and it bobbles away. Zawisza gets it to Penny. He's going to run out of time. There goes the buzzer to end a very close, very, very fast first period.
Not the best bit of ice hockey we've seen this season, but after the break we're back with expert opinion from the guys who know, our commentators Paul and Richie. And we take a look at the stars of the future. Welcome back to the 9X Arena here in Manchester for the best value sporting action on television. It's the Manchester Storm against the Cardiff Devils, and the Storm are 1-0 down. Before we rejoin the action, we head onto the streets with the stars of the future and the former Storm favorite who's coaching them.
I'm Nick Rowley. I used to play for Manchester Storm. I'm now playing for the Oscar Maces, and I also play street hockey. I've just recently got involved with street hockey. The demand's been amazing, and my phone's never stopped ringing. You know, people have been wanting to have the team coached, walking on the concourse and everything at the 9X. People have wanted me to come coaching all the different teams, which is phenomenal. It really is.
Stop, always face that way.
It technically is very, very similar to ice hockey. It's the same skating, same stick handling, same everything, but the only difference is it's on the ground and not on the ice instead.
Street hockey's fast, fun and aggressive and you can play it almost anywhere.
Street hockey's well better than football because football is too slow.
Go! One!
When they go and watch the team play in Manchester Storm, and they see guys skating around, pulling good moves on people, scoring the goals, and they just want to do exactly the same thing themselves. The skates that we wear obviously have wheels on instead of anything else. But the shorts you need is mainly protection from impact, other players, from sticks. Not so much skates, mainly is from sticks. And the gloves, which should be very well protected due to the fact that you're always going to get slashed around the fingers and around the hands at all times. And also the helmets, which should be worn at all times. In our typical training, we teach kids firstly and foremost, which is 90% of the game, how to skate. You know, that is the most important thing they can do, because anybody can run whenever they can skate. Then after that, we're going to teach them how to pass and shoot as well. That is a really difficult criteria which kids need to follow. And if you're driving down the road at any time, no matter what area you're in, you're always going to see kids playing street hockey at all times. I think from the future of the Storm, it will definitely come from the street.
Bob's, he's absolutely right. The players of tomorrow are coming from the street. A new phenomenon, isn't it?
Well, there are a lot of kids rollerblading, and the positive thing with that is it encourages kids to get interested in ice hockey. Let's face it, there's a lot more tarmac or pavement than there is ice.
It's funny, you always seem to find ice, but I guess you spend a lot of time in bars.
Well, wherever I go, you're with me, so I'm comfortable with that one.
Let's take a look at that first period like we expected. Free-flowing, not too hard-hitting, and a wide-open hockey game.
Absolutely, wide-open hockey. Both teams having quite a few shots at net, 13 for Manchester, 10 for Cardiff. Caprice and Finney showing good reflexes when called upon.
It's going to be an interesting second period. More of the same?
Absolutely. I think both teams are stretching the legs. They're getting a lot of players on the ice. The shifts are quick, and there's a lot of ice out there. International ice surface will give a lot of players room to move.
It'll be interesting to see what Manchester can do in the second period. Second period gets underway with a roar from the crowd as the Devils move from right to left. Thornton gets tied up by Rubachuk, and Turner grabs the puck. Turner brings it right out front. Goaltender's nightmare right there, but the pass up on the wing to Morin is good. He tries to feed it through Hope. Rubachuk was right out front, gloved it down, and couldn't get a good shot away. Back on the attack now. The Devils. Thornton to Michuluk. Turner goes in. Michuluk brings it out of the side of the net. He's tied up. Morin got it over to Rubachuk. He left it. And Lindsay, little gentle tap all the way down the ice. Icing is the call. With just 45 seconds gone on the first period. 1-0, the Devils leading this one. Cooper goes in to provide a little interference as that comes up on the wing. Noble, second bite of the cherry. Sebastian gets back. McCarthy's there, drops it back. Shot wide of the target. Sacratini letting that fly. Bouncing puck in the corner is eventually controlled. McCarthy is there. Noble moves in front and gets back as McCarthy loses that, and it's golfed all the way to the far side, all the way down the ice. Ware tries to get to it. Ware goes down hard, and back come the Devils. Sacratini puts on a halt. McCarthy gets a great pass. McCarthy goes in, goaltender! Finney makes a good save as he moved across with number 5 for Cardiff as the shot came in from the backhand side.
Out of desperation, the Storm just iced the puck. Doug McCarthy had a lot of time, cruised right into the low slot, got a good backhander away. Finney came up with the save, didn't have a lot of help around him.
Face-off moves to the left of John Finney as he looks down the ice. Hodge and Woodcroft trickles into the corner for Moran. Puts that back behind the net. Cooper breaks to the far side looking for the puck and gets it. Cooper with a burst of speed. He's got the good shot. He elects to go into the corner. Woodcroft, one hand on it against Michulik. Moran is there. Moran picks it up at the hash marks. Feeds that right in front. Caprice with Rubachok coming in hard. Kick that away. Good move by the goaltender just to get rid of it and get it out of harm's way. Turner pops it back in. Caprice flips that into the corner. Evans. Cardiff now under a little pressure as they start to come out with Michulik. Nice move to get away from Woodcroft. Hodge now has it. Hodge feeds it up to Thornton. What a line this is. Coach's dream in this Super League. Michulik looked the shot. Thornton slams on the brakes, tried to get it away from Turner. Good reactions from Turner to hang on the puck. Good save a moment ago from Finney on Michulik. Hope, shot scores! Shannon Hope, after all these years, still has it.
He certainly does. Good shot by Shannon Hope, but how did that play happen? Good two-way hockey by that line. You mentioned it's a coach's dream, Paul. Michulik going all the way down the ice, covering Woodcroft, smothering him out of the play when Manchester dumped the puck in. The play went the other way. Michulik got a shot off, and then the puck ended up on the stick of Ken Hodge. The vision of this guy just stops nowhere. He saw the whole ice. He picked out Shannon Hope, fed the puck across. Good finish by Shannon Hope.
From the face-off, Cardiff getting it back. Noble will go deep. 15:33 remaining on the second period. 2-0 now the score, with the Devils extending their lead. McCarthy tried to work that out through the top of the circle. He'll get it at the second attempt and gives it away. Poole went around the back of the net. The pass didn't come to him as Penny was tied up, and Ware feeds it right through. Sacratini is off to the races, and Finney comes out and slows it right down. Moria against Woodcroft. Woodcroft wins that battle. Lindsay gets it behind the net. Moria goes after him, got a little touch. Woodcroft onto the wing. Cooper unable to contain it. A chance now as it comes over to Moran. Moran one-times it. Goes for the short side. Goaltender out. That deflected high and goes along the boards, and Cooper is there. Cooper to Moria. He can't get it. Ware nicely up to Moria. And that's broken off. Rubachok reaches, can't get it. Rubachok again, unable to get it. McEwen loses control. That comes back. Calder took the shot off a leg. Moran races in. And that goes the distance. Lindsay back in his own zone. Michulik races in. Calder beats him to it. The rink-wide pass is intercepted by Moria. Rubachok! Poole scores! Number 1 for the Storm. 6 minutes and 18 seconds left on the clock in the second period. The Storm are back in the hockey game.
Poole had worked himself into the play during the flow. The shot is there, big one by Rubachuk, good save by Caprice, but Nick Poole finally got onto the rebound and put the puck away.
Evans back in his own zone with Poole on him. Zawisza sends it to the far side of the rink. Thornton, who's been fairly quiet in this hockey game so far. This guy is an explosive hockey player. Right in front of the deflection. They score! Zawisza got the shot from a weird and wonderful angle at this corner, this side of the rink, and it deflected in.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if they give the goal to Zawisza or possibly Chad Penny, or whether they're actually going to let Frank Evans, the Cardiff defenseman, take credit for it, because it very well may have hit his leg, Paul.
Well, of course, you can't have an own goal in ice hockey like you can in football. The last offensive player to touch it gets credit for it.
You can see what a goal does for a team, though. 4 games played in the playoffs. Manchester only scoring 4 goals. They scored a goal, and now another one has come to them immediately. Good work, and they're really back into this game.
20 seconds after the first goal, Zawisza picks up the second goal for the Manchester Storm to bring this crowd to their feet, and it really has given them something to cheer about in this hockey game.
And it doesn't matter how they go in, they all count, and they are level now with the Devils.
Penny tried to feed it through, and watch Michulik. Michulik has got the speed. Michulik comes down, tries to cut in on the left side. Great defensive move by Sebastian. Went down, lost his stick in the far corner of the rink, and now he's muscling and wrestling, and we're going to have a penalty. Holding is the call. Well, perhaps Sebastian went a little over the top, but what a great defensive move on 2 occasions out there. He had to take on Michulik, lost his stick. When you're out without a stick, what you try to do is freeze up the puck, but it turned into a little, what is it, WWF wrestling?
Holding call going against Jeff Sebastian, but if anybody in the building was doubting his quickness, they can forget about that. He managed to get back twice on Ivan Michulik, who's one of the quicker players in the league.
Absolutely. Michulik hit the afterburners, but Sebastian stayed with him, and that comes back, and Evans picks it up on this side. A 2-minute penalty for holding, so it's a 5-on-4 situation with Cardiff having the man advantage. Novo, who's got that great shot from back of the blue line, fed it in from close in on the near side. Sacratini unable to bury it. Evans, Uchuk slows it down. Sacratini back to Evans. Evans winds up shot, goaltender, and Smith takes the opportunity to shoot it down the ice. Storm getting everyone off the ice. Quick change done nicely. McCarthy doubles back. Woodcroft goes after his man, and Noble, long pass up the middle. Sacratini got the pass back. There was no one there to pick it up. Penny, or Woodcroft rather, nicely back to Calder with 50 seconds remaining. Cooper shoots it down. That's 50 seconds on the power play. 4 minutes now remaining on the period. 2-2 scoreline. Here come the Devils. 38 seconds now on the power play. Evans shoots it in. Finney is there. Clearance only goes to the corner. Uchuk bobbling puck along the boards, and the Storm are fighting for every puck out there, trying to keep it away from the center of the ice. 23 seconds left on the penalty to Sebastian. Moria directing traffic out there. He wants Hope back on one side and Noble to come up right on the blue line, and you can see why. He got the draw right to him. Clever instructions, clever move by Moria, who's got it now back at the blue line. Noble, Shannon Hope got it back. Upended Poole. Moria goes in, backhands it over, shot from a sharp angle. Cooper was right out front. Hope got a piece of that. And here come the Storm as they go back to full strength. Poole shot right on the target. Zawisza right in front, goaltender down. Zawisza shoots it upstairs, and the goaltender is down again.
Cooper drives it in. Zawisza in the corner, who had several bites of the cherry, but just couldn't put it over the red line. Right in front, the tip, the score! Zawisza came in. Penny was the provider. The red light went on, but I don't think that one's going to count.
2/3 of this building were agreeing with you, Paul. It looked like a sure goal. The touch was there from Zawisza. Frank Caprice had other ideas, and the Devils coming off the bench are tapping him on the pass to say, well done, fantastic save.
Well, the red light went on. I was fooled, the goal judge was fooled. Turner, shot, just deflects away. Thornton gets it away from Zawisza. Machulek, wrist shot upstairs, blocked. Another shot comes in. Hodge got a piece of it. And the Storm now with room to move. Poole unable to get around Ware. That goes to the far side. Penny and Zawisza are there. Machulek can only get it back, and the giveaway by Lindsay is to Thornton. Thornton slows it down, waits for support. Hodge, Machulek, great save by Finney. Lost his stick. Shot from Ware is wide. That comes all the way back to the blue line. What a second period of hockey this has been. Lindsay gets it out. Ware is there. Boy, the goaltenders are coming up big in this period.
Matulik, Hodge, and Thornton showing that they practice together 5 or 6 days a week. Great puck control.
McCarthy allowed to waltz in and take the shot. Noble takes a shot in again. That comes close. Thornton shot. Goaltender comes up with a glove hand save, and listen to this crowd.
Well, and as Thornton looked up, Sacratini, who had just come on the ice, was camped out all by himself. You could see the full-face smile from Sacratini as if to say, hello, I'm over here, don't worry about it this time, and he patted Thornton on the pads.
Thornton electing to go with a shot, but Finney was equal to it. Face-off to the right of Finney as he looks down the ice. 1:38 remaining on this electrifying second period here in the 9X Arena. Sacratini and McCarthy skate by that. Smith collects, goes to the far side. That comes out over the zone. Ware pumps it right back in. Smith now with a burst of speed. Smith trying to get it up to number 27, Martin Smith. Rubachuk tied up along the boards. Rubachuk. The laughter coming from us because Ruggles just jumped in our faces. Where did Hilton Ruggles come from? He got the big paw out to give us a wave and then disappeared into the night air.
Well, I think Hilton took a swing at you, Paul. I was going to jump in and take third man in on that, but Hilton Ruggles legged it out of here as fast as he came in.
Shot right on the target. Rubachuk letting it fly. Smith, Rubachuk, and Smith trying to set something up there with 38 seconds remaining. Uchuk gets it over to McCarthy. Back to Uchuk. Uchuk has Cooper following him. Sacratini is waiting out front for Uchuk. Uchuk gets it out front. Ware moved in, couldn't get the shot away. Loose puck is there with 20 seconds left on the clock, and Finney comes up with the save again.
Good choice by John Finney. The Devils had partially changed on the fly. The Storm wanted a change. Finney saw the opportunity to jump on the puck, and he made the most of it.
We should, of course, say that Van Stodinen and Jago are out through injury, and Hilton Ruggles was suspended after that game in Newcastle where he took a hit and allegedly had his hand in his own helmet and hit the Swede for Newcastle, hitting him on the head, cutting his head, so he was suspended for 3 games. Koskela was the injured player and the recipient of the helmet on the head. And that trickles by the far corner. Moria unable to turn it around, but McEwen coming so close as the buzzer ends. A very exciting and electrifying second period. It's all square. Third period is coming up.
Wow, that's more like it, some real ice hockey. Join us again after the break for more action. Welcome back to top ice hockey action here on Battles on Ice. Let's hope the next period will be just as exciting. On with the action.
Andy Carson drops the puck to start the third and final period. 2 goals in 20 seconds for the Manchester Storm. Brought the score to 2 apiece, and we have a penalty right here at the start of this third period. Holding the stick is the call. Carson hasn't had a lot to do, but he certainly spotted that one.
Jeff Lindsay slowly making his way to the penalty box, wanting to have the last say about the call. You said Carson hasn't had a lot to do. He only called 2 minor penalties in the first, 1 minor penalty in the second period. 4 penalties now in total in this game.
I wonder if they'll pay him because he hasn't done anything. He's probably thinking the same about us. Finney hangs on to that and forces the face-off, kills off 5 seconds of the Devils' power play. This crowd enthusiastically getting behind the Storm from the face-off. Calder pokes at that. Sebastian pokes at it. It comes back to Evans. Noble is on this side. Tipped into the corner. Noble moves in, and Finney deflected that away as it came from behind the net. Evans got it in. Machulak, wrist shot, bounces away, and that comes out of the zone. Machulak headmanning the puck. Thornton, nice play from the Devils, was broken up, and Morin gets it up to Sebastian. But you can see the nice one touches out there. These guys have a nice understanding between each other. McCarthy. Thornton still out there as the Devils try to complete their line change. Rubachuk, one too many moves, lost that. McCarthy breaks for the net, and Hodge fed it through. Deflected away, but McCarthy now brings it out front. Feeds it across to Hope. Hope gets it back to McCarthy, who doubled back down the right boards. Right out front, little tip coming from Hodge, ends up in the corner, and Hope gets in there in a hurry. One-timer, and Finney is there. Four minutes and 42 seconds gone on the period. Hope gives that away to Woodcroft. Woodcroft has got Rubachuk out front. Woodcroft picks it up, tries to feed it through. Rubachuk doesn't know it's there. Right up front, Moore takes up the score! Number 3 for the Storm. It all happened so quickly.
Well, not only did Brad Rubachuk stay with the play, Mike Morin had to hang in there as well. The puck was by Brad Rubachuk's feet. Everybody in the building trying to yell to him that it was there. Rubachuk reacted, fed the puck out front to Morin. He had a man partially on him, shook him off, got just enough of the puck to put it past Frank Caprice for the go-ahead goal for Manchester.
And the Manchester Storm have gone into the lead for the first time in this hockey game. Gutsy performance to come back in the second period after trailing by 2 goals. They picked up 2 in 20 seconds, and now, after almost 5 minutes of hockey in this third period, they come up with goal number 3. Ware feeds it through to Sacratini. It eludes everyone, and the icing whistle blows. There's a good look at big Mike Ware. He's 6'6", and when he's on his skates, well, who knows how tall he is. He's got a baby brother who's also playing tonight. He's only 6'4", a bit of a short guy. Boy, can you imagine? I'd hate to see their parents. They probably both play for the Boston Celtics. Chuck.
They could be dual sport champions as well. Maybe the British basketball scouts are having a look at them.
Absolutely. Lindsay, nice little fake. Lindsay ran out of places to go. Drops it back, and Poole gets it out front. Penny lost control of that. Poole goes over. McCarthy now head-manning it nicely to Ware. This guy can motor. Ware taking off the puck as Lindsay got back. Ware got it out front. A chance to shot, score! Sacratini got something out of nothing. It bounced out onto a stick. He did a 360 and just put it in off the far post. It's all tied up.
During the regular season, Sacratini had 58 points. He led the Cardiff Devils in scoring, and you can see why. He's pesty, and he's always around the puck. Mike Ware doing a lot of the work. The puck came out in front. Sacratini right there, spun around, kept the puck on the ice. A nice goal.
Moria gets it back from the face-off at center, and Pope feeds it across the ice. Cooper along the boards to the near side. Smith got a deflection on that. Ian Cooper slows it down. Good little move, but taken off the stick at the last moment by Sebastian. And that's cleared all the way down the ice, and the icing whistle blows.
You know, Paul, before the game, we felt that Paul Heavey on the Cardiff bench maybe would use his entire bench, get guys into the play. But then as we were talking through things, we said, hey, these guys have still got to get through to the semis and the finals. They know they're on their way to the semifinals, but they've got to treat every play, every shift, every game as if it's a new one. And these guys are going all out, and he is using his guys that have gotten him where he is today.
Turner along the boards with Cooper. Moria shot! Whoa! Finney went down. And for a moment, I think his heart stopped, because when you go down and the shot goes right at the pads, the chances are you either squeeze it or it goes through the pads. It's not a conventional way of making a save. If you can, you try to get a pad in front of it rather than squeeze it, or a glove in front of it, or a stick. But he made the save, and that's the main thing. Well,
the other worry is that you don't know where the puck is. It could possibly squirt away, and somebody might have a chance for a rebound.
Pope got away from Turner. Ware gets it all the way around the boards. Moria goes in after Turner. Cooper goes in, and upend Smith. Bodies are starting to fly out there. Nice move by Pope. Pope shoots it at Finney, and Finney hangs on once again. It's almost like this is a final, the way they're going at it out there. This is a great hockey game. I'm enjoying this one.
It's a good one for the spectators to watch. As Greg Ware broke for the net, Pope's shot was high, but you can see how the players have an understanding with each other on the Cardiff team. Ian Cooper immediately went back to the blue line to help out defensively.
Poole looks up at the clock and then gets into the face-off position. Lindsay. It's fired in. Lindsay will get there first. Lindsay had problems with that. Along the boards, McCarthy taken by Poole. Poole waits for his man to get onside. Penny is now onside. Poole hangs onto it. The Devils set up the box as Poole goes in, takes a shot upstairs, and the goaltender Caprice had no problem with that. Cooper is back on the ice. 1 minute, 1 second left on the hockey game. It's all tied up with 3 apiece. Lawless still barking out the instructions down on the bench. Noble trying to move it along, and he's tied up nicely by Morin. Rubachuk off the back of the net, and the Devils signal right away that the puck should come out of the zone because it came off
one guy high.
A Manchester Storm stick and ended up on the back of the net, and that's what the officials call. That's a key call, isn't it?
Well, it certainly is. You can hear John Lawless on the Manchester bench yelling, one guy high, keep one guy high. He still wants to force the play, but he doesn't want to give away any kind of a break for Cardiff as they do come out of the zone very quickly.
Face-off now outside the Cardiff zone. Pope being chased by Rubachuk. Pope spins around, gets away from one man, headmans the puck nicely. Cooper's got Moria breaking. Moria shot goes for the far side. It's batted away. Cooper spins around. Goaltender down, makes a save. 35 seconds left on the game. Regulation time ticking down. Timeout has been called. Each team are allowed 1 30-second timeout in the hockey game. Heavey wants to talk things over, as does Lawless. It's a good chance for both teams to catch a breath and to discuss their strategy on this face-off.
Well, you can see that Paul Heavey is directly talking to Steve Thornton and Ken Hodge. Hodge will probably be the guy that he'll get out there with the face-off. Thornton's going on the ice, as is Hodge. John Lawless on the Manchester bench is going to want to make sure he's got good man-to-man coverage, especially 3-on-3 coverage down low.
The big boys are out on the ice now, Michulik, Hodge, and Thornton. But what about Manchester? They've got their big boys out there too. Woodcroft, Sebastian, Morin.
Well, a lot of what's happening here, you can see Heavey talking to Steve Thornton. Hodge will probably just try to negate Woodcroft, leave the puck there somewhere for Thornton to come in behind him and get a shot away.
Let's see what happens. Woodcroft will have ideas of his own.
And the key is that Jeff Sebastian picks up Thornton.
Noble got it over. Evans goes in right out front. Machuk scores! What a great goal with 29 seconds. It's almost like they knew what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing. Evans started it up, but Chulik finished it off. What a classic goal by the #1 team in the country.
A very good heads-up pass by Frank Evans. Ivan Matulik was there for the taking. He kept the puck right on the ice. It beats Finney, and all of a sudden the Devils are out in front 4-3.
Just 29 seconds left on the regulation part of this hockey game.
And Ivan Matulik, being the class act that he is, did not go to the referee to say, does this one count or not? He knew that it did.
Absolutely, the red light went on and stayed on. Cooper drives it along the boards. Hodge, nice move. Hodge hangs onto it. Hodge winds up, takes a shot. Good save by Finney. Still not out of harm's way as Hodge hangs onto it. He knows as long as he's got it, Manchester can't score. 2 seconds on the clock. This one is over, and the Cardiff Devils have picked up the victory in the dying seconds of this hockey game. But what a good hockey game it's been.
Well, that was a very good game. Too bad about the ending, though. Over to Paul with the players.
Last minute, we have a chance to get a point, and we lose the draw right off. Blow the assignments, and they get a goal. It's been the story all year. Hopefully better things next year.
It's not the very best place to be. A lot of frustrations are finally starting to show. We played hard in the playoffs, and if we had won last night, tonight would have been a different story for us. But I think everybody's disappointed in themselves, frustrated, and it's not a good feeling.
What were your thoughts in the final, 30 seconds of that hockey game when it all disappeared from you?
Well, going into it, it was so important for us to take it into overtime, and we didn't, and it was disappointing, and it was almost summed up the season where coulda, shoulda, woulda, and didn't.
We don't know how to finish teams off, and we let them hang around and hang around. Cardiff was there for the taking tonight. If you let a championship team hang around, they're going to hurt you in the end, and that's what they did. They just took their chances right near the end of the game, and it sums up our year right now.
Well, that's it for another week. The Ninex Arena is almost empty, and next week we join the Storm for their final game of the season against Scottish Giants, the Eagles from Ayr, in the final playoff game. Join us then for the fastest team sport on TV.
Pass is intercepted by Moria. Rubachuk
And our battle on ice next week will be at the later time of 3:45.